Good morning. Actually, good afternoon. My name is Leslie Williams, and I'm in San Diego, California. And I'm setting this up so I can prop this video camera up in order to be able to set this video camera down so I can make this video. There we go. Okay. Now, today's date is February 28, 2014, and my name is Leslie Williams. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my phone here to have the phone state the date electronically by using a feature in it called the voice command. Okay, it's in the tools menu. This is showing you a picture of the cell phone, so you can see it's 2:40 p.m. on February 28, 2014. And then using the voice command feature in the tools menu, it allows the phone to be able to state the date electronically.
Say a command. February 28th, Friday, 2:40 p.m. Say a command.
Now, the purpose of this video in reference to, there's more than one, the subject matter is organized stalking, but there's going to be many details in reference to the subject matter that is attached to the subject matter of organized stalking. That subject matter being me making predictions pertaining to what could, might, or will happen concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me, either where I live at, and or my bank account, and or the student school loans that the Department of Education is refusing to investigate concerning the factual reality that those school loans were coerced for me to take out by some individuals who had entered my life through respectable environments, okay, and respectable community positions. That's right. Now, you can go to Google right now and extensively research organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking. Organized stalking and gang stalking, cause stalking, revenge stalking, work mobbing, it's all the same exact identical crime. It just goes by different names. Group stalking. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because when you investigate this criminality, which is all over the internet at Google, YouTube, any other search engine you might want to look up, you can see, if you do extensive, meticulous, mature research, you will come to conclude and observe that some targeted individuals who are on the internet have even been gang stalked for 40 years, 30 years. I read one target's blog, he said he was being gang stalked for 28 years. Now, and this is a factual reality. Gang stalking's been going on forever. I'm going to play you the audio right now of a news broadcast of a target of gang stalking being covered on the news, and you're even going to hear Lieutenant Larry Richards say that gang stalking's been going on forever. And you can witness this news broadcast of this gang stalking target from Santa Cruz, who they eventually made homeless. Okay. You're going to hear this gang stalking target being covered on the news. He lived in Santa Cruz as he was being, at the time that he was being, covered on the news. And Santa Cruz County is right next door to San Diego County. So all you got to do is listen.
This story on our website, kcba.com. Houston police call it bullying on steroids. We're talking about gang stalking, but it actually has nothing to do with the gangs that you first think of. Southern Coast News reporter Candace Lynn learned more about the trend and how it's getting more dangerous because of the internet. It makes me so afraid.
Lawrence Cazino claims his neighbors are gang stalking him because he plays loud music late at night and is outspoken. He said for the last year and a half he's been systematically followed by a group of people. At one point he said they climbed on his roof to harass him. Cazino said he's developed a paranoia that's devastated his relationships with friends and, worst of all, family.
That's the worst part of it. If it was me, I would take action.
Santa Cruz Police Lieutenant Larry Richards said police are becoming more aware of gang stalking because of cyberbullying. But what is gang stalking? Basically, the victims could be driving their car or talking on their phones or walking the streets when a group of people try to systematically terrorize them.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is just briefly stop this news broadcast. You just heard that news reporter state that the victim could be driving their car, talking on their cell phone, or walking the street when a group of people try to systematically terrorize them. Well, do you hear these guys, as they're harassing me and threatening me, do you hear them say gang stalk together, then one says gang stalking, and then that same one says gang of stalking, I'm gonna F you up, as they're harassing me. Now, you're gonna hear me say, hey, it's the criminal bums. That's because one of the individuals has harassed men anywhere between 8 and 11 separate occasions prior to this Thanksgiving event. Today's date is February 28, 2014. Thanksgiving Day on 2013 was 3 months ago to today's date. Do you hear them say these words as they're harassing me? I was riding my bike on the sidewalk and literally had to get off my bike because they were intentionally obstructing my ability to continue to ride the bike. They did that so they could harass me. So just listen. Alright, now that occurred on Thanksgiving Day, 2013, right up the sidewalk from UCSD, 3 months ago to today's date, which is February 28, 2014. What you're about ready to hear right now is individuals on a bus in Yucca Valley, California. I live in La Jolla. I live in San Diego County. I've been here, today's date is, again, February 28, 2014, and I've been here every single day except for 1 week since August 8, 2011. And that 1 week was when I left this location to go to Yucca Valley for 1 week. Between the night of December 5th, 2012, and I came back and arrived back in San Diego County on December 13th, 2012. I caught the same exact technique happening around me every single place I went in Yucca Valley for the whole time duration while I was there. I got numerous audio and video files to prove it. You're about ready to hear the audio of a video file from my phone of individuals on a Yucca Valley bus route Landers, okay, and the MDA Transportation Authority. Individuals on the bus, 2 men are saying gang stalk and gang stalker, while individuals are saying oh my god right before it and after it repetitively, and then a woman just flat out says gang stalking. After I let you listen to this audio, I will then explain to you why they're doing it. I have 800 audio files of individuals getting along all my routes every single day saying gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalk, oh my god, we're crazy, gang stalk, in that way for the last 2 years. Every single place that I have went to, non-stop, everywhere, bus routes, universities, public libraries, businesses, transportation services, bus stops, trolley stations, trolley routes, even at this area. So I'm going to just go ahead and play you the Yucca Valley audio of the video right now, and that's what you're listening for. Especially listen to how you're hearing when oh my god is said and gang stalk or gang stalker is said right after it, and then right before it. And then how a woman just flat out says gang stalking.
Well, look at that car right there. It's so cute. To the left, it just turned. Those little French cars. No. Cheese.
You first child?
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully my
Got my quick
only child.
Check the whole thing. The first one, the roughest one.
She's pretty good. She never cried.
I'm going to go hang it on in my
She's already talking.
I'm going to take my American flag out. Little tiny No ammo. I wish I did these things right. Oh, yeah. When they look at Rich, oh, yeah, that might work. No, it's American flag.
You know, I'm going to be really mad if you stopped right here, because we could have...
Yeah, we are.
They say in 15 years we're going to put an RFID chip on new board. We could have not walked all the way to the RFID chip is. The Social Security office. The radio
There's so many buses that go.
It's a radio frequency identification implant.
And L1.
You never heard of that? Google it. Man, you got kids, you should.
I hope they're going. That's beautiful.
Okay, now I was making videos practically every single day, all the way up in, every single day since I arrived here. Like, what I started making videos in November 2011, late October, November 2011, and I've been almost uploading videos every single day up until about December of 2013. A couple weeks after this event on Thanksgiving Day, when that happened, I decided to move. I actually decided to move before then, and I was making a video every day, 2 videos every day. One showing a video picture of the hiking area, so I could prove my tent was here, which they just sliced up with it appears a knife, yesterday, when I went and did my laundry. Now, I already made a video concerning that, so I don't need to really discuss that right now. But, the point I'm trying to make is that back in 2012, before I went to Yucca Valley, I was making videos stating that individuals are getting along all my routes and saying gang stalk and oh my god, non-stop. Those videos were already published online before I went to Yucca Valley. And it was caught being said repetitively around me on multiple digital audio files and video files in Yucca Valley, happening in the same exact identical way that it's been and is still occurring around me in San Diego County. Now, ever since this Thanksgiving event, they have backed off from saying gang stalk around me. They went back to using specific physical gestures. Go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman, catches gang stalker admitting sent to harass, read comments. Which means look at everything in the about, the description of that YouTube video. It's the little feature that says about that you can click on so you can read what the video is about. If there's any text, you know, like in any individual's particular YouTube videos. You'll see another video that was already published online in December of 2011 of showing me at a bus stop, stating what I was putting up with in part along my routes. People putting their hands to their face. Another video was made a month before that on USD campus, stating how individuals in the library on USD campus were engaging in these same physical gestures. That video was published in November, but I didn't title it until almost middle of 2013. I finally titled it. Hang on a second. Now, the reason why I'm making this particular video is that I'm keeping if I have any regular viewers, I'm keeping them up to date concerning the factual realities of what is happening towards me. Now, when you look at that, when you go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman catches gang stalker admitting sent to harass, read comments, that was me catching 3 teenagers admitting they were put on the 928 bus route on January 28, 2012 to engage in these physical gestures, a bus route I was already on. They were put on it after I was already on it by a third party by the name of Jamar, an individual I do not know and do not knowingly ever met. Now, 2 videos were already online at least, of me making one on USD campus in November 2011, and then the one I made at the bus stop that was dedicated to that bus route on December 5th and uploaded on the 6th of 2011. Now, you might think to yourself, why are people getting around me and constantly repeating gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalk, weird, crazy, gang stalk, gang stalking, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk, weird, crazy, oh my god, gang stalk, in that way? Because it's their way to let me know that I'm being gang stalked. They're called sensitization methods. So are the physical gestures, and there's many other methodologies that are used in order to let a targeted individual know that they're being gang stalked. Ever since this Thanksgiving event, though, they have went back to using the physical gestures and are rarely saying gang stalk around me anymore. That's right. That's right. This Thanksgiving event also occurred 8 days after I told a UCSD campus police officer that individuals are getting around me every single time on their campus and saying gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalker, in the way I've already stated that they say it. That's right. I told him that on November 20th, 2013. An hour and a half later, I caught a UCSD library security guard admitting to me in a hidden running recording tape recorder that a staged complaint can cause me to be banned. That's right, baby cakes. Now, this Thanksgiving event also occurred 43 days later. On October 15, 2013, I called the San Diego Police Department and told them that individuals were getting around me on a daily basis everywhere I go and saying the aforementioned things that I'm describing in this video. Gang stalk, gang stalker, you know, what I've already stated. I told him that I got 800 separate audio files to prove it. I told him that it was happening in this Jack in the Box on Rosecrans and Nimitz Boulevard every single time I went in there by management, employees, and individuals coming in and acting as customers. That's right. That's right. And I told him I got the videos online because on prior dates when I was in that Jack in the Box, I got so sick of it, I discreetly took out my video camera and set it on the table while I was eating. Go to YouTube right now and type in Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Rosecrans and Nimitz Jack in the Box, or just type in Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Jack in the Box. And when you bring those videos up, make sure you look in the description of each one of those YouTube videos for other YouTube titles, which means click on the About feature of other YouTube videos so you can copy and paste those into YouTube in order to see it happening on prior dates. And what you're listening for is individuals in the background saying gang stalk. That's right. So I finally got fed up with it after a minor verbal event happened between me and management, and I got sick of it, so I called San Diego Police, and I told him that I have all this evidence and that individuals get around me on a daily basis saying it everywhere I go. Okay, I told him I had video evidence of it happening in Jack in the Box and audio evidence of it undisputably happening in Jack in the Box. So one of the police officers go inside. He went inside the Jack in the Box, saying that he went inside there to talk to management. Management said I was yelling at customers and throwing things. Let me tell you how I threw something in Jack in the Box. I got done eating, and I blew my nose and wiped the corners of my mouth. And I was standing about 2 feet away from the wastebasket, so I went like this. And I missed the wastebasket. But I didn't notice I missed it because after I threw it, it was such a good shot, I figured I figured it went in there. And then I turned back around to get my stuff off the table, and when I turned back around, the manager of the Jack in the Box says, "You better pick that up." Practically in that way. So I got so perturbed about it because one of the last prior times I'd been in there, he harassed me about smoking in front of the restaurant, even though there's an ashtray right in front of the restaurant. Okay? So I thought to myself, this guy and his employees are engaging in gang stalking of me every time I go in there, laughing about it as they're doing it. Customers who are coming in are doing the same thing. That's right. They're called, it's basically the sensitization methods I've already aforementioned. Now, getting the business community on board in these campaigns is achieved through, but not limited to, what is known as a law enforcement tool that's called the community notification. That's right. Which innocent American citizens are being illegally and criminally put on in order to get the community at large to harass a target for them. That's right, based on a lie and the prestige of the badge and the notification system, because community members just believe the lie they're being told about the target. Okay? Understand this, please. Everything that I've already stated in this YouTube video can be Googled and YouTubed, and you will clearly be able to see that I'm telling you the truth. So, after he comes back out and tells me that management and customers were saying that I was in there yelling, which I wasn't at all, the audio file will prove that I wasn't yelling. That's right, because the whole thing was being recorded on a tape recorder. And me just telling you right now that you can go to Google and YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman being gang stalked, exposes gang stalking in Jack in the Box, you'll flat out see that they were saying gang stalking around me every time I went in there, and I got the audio files to prove it. So then when I said, well, look, I got digital audio files, over 800 of them of it happening towards me everywhere I go, every single day, including at the Jack in the Box, and I told him I had videos of it happening towards me in the Jack in the Box. And so you know what he said to me? He goes, why don't I call a psychologist out here to the scene for you? Now, threatening a target with county mental health or a psychiatrist is a method of gang stalking. Google it. Just Google it. Just Google it. In fact, go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and police. And I'm not the only one who's being gang stalked at Jack in the Box. There's another San Diego target that's being gang stalked at Jack in the Box. Okay? Now, that happened on October 15, 2013 in Point Loma at the Jack in the Box off of Rosecrans and Nimitz Boulevard. That's right. I was also gang stalked at the Denny's right up the street from it, and the McDonald's across the street from the Denny's. And all of them will lie about it because these covert harassment campaigns campaigns, it's basically also called community-based harassment, are covered up and protected through secrecy, cooperation, slander, gossip, and a bunch of other bartering with the people that they use, all depending on who they use. So just Google what I'm saying, you'll see I'm telling you the truth. So think about this. I got an undisputable audio file of the whole entire event transpiring. Even with the police officers talking to me, because the tape recorder was still running. Now, this occurred on October 15, 2013. This Thanksgiving event occurred in La Jolla, 30 miles away, 43 days later, and the same technique was caught on every audio file every day in between. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I made this video in order to inform, to expose the truth. I've been brutally assaulted 3 times, threatened to be assaulted at least 3 other separate times. That's right. In fact, I was brutally assaulted on the sidewalk where this happened at, by a guy who was seen by me on 4 prior occasions. He gaslighted me with these physical gestures on every single one of the occasions, and 2 of those 4 occasions he was seen by me talking to the one guy that is on, one of the 2 guys that is on this audio file from the Thanksgiving event. That's right. That's right. He was seen at Ross Grocery Store off of La Jolla Village Square talking to this guy. That's right. And then at a bus stop. And he was also seen harassing, he was also noticed by me harassing me with physical gestures on 2 prior occasions before that. He brutally assaulted me with a bike helmet to my face. And if I hadn't blocked it, it would have connected right to my face. He violently took his bike helmet and went like this. Boom! And tried to hit me right in the face. But luckily I put my hand up in time and I had one of those bicycle leather glove helmets on. I had one of those bicycle leather gloves on my hand, and so that blocked it. But then he had the audacity to peer along my routes on 2 separate dates after that. That's right. Now, me exposing this crime to you is my way to show you the corruption of the specific San Diego police officers. And anywhere between, I'd say, 16 and 21 separate occasions between the year of 2011 and 2013, I had to call the police on a phone that is no longer working. But I got the audio files to prove they were called and that they arrived on the scene because they were being tape recorded as they were in my physical proximity. And we'll see if they ever try and sue me for that. And they told me no each and every separate time. They literally told me to my face, I will not make a police report concerning you being gang stalked. To my face. As a result, I've been brutally assaulted on numerous occasions. In fact, go to YouTube right now and type in Learning Disabled Woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus. Make sure you look at everything in the description of that YouTube video by clicking on the About feature. You'll see an enclosed blog. Click on those blogs, because there's 2 of them in there. One of them holds an attached PDF link titled Assault 11. When you go into that blog, click on it. And guess what will come up? A printed and scanned email showing that I had predicted that assault 11 days before it occurred. And then go to Google and YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman exposes how MTS assault video is altered. The San Diego Police Department was notified about that assault being, about that video being altered on numerous occasions, and so was the San Diego District Attorney's Office, and so was the State Attorney's Office. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. And they were also told by me that the individual who assaulted me on that bus had harassed me on prior occasions on the same bus route. They lied about it in the police report and omitted facts. So, all you have to do is think to yourself, look, I've already got numerous video files online of other audio files of me showing gang stalking happening towards me in the same exact identical way that I've already aforementioned and described in this video file, happening towards me at UCSD, SDSU. Just go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman exposes gang stalking at UCSD. Learning Disabled Woman exposes gang stalking at SDSU. Learning Disabled Woman exposes gang stalking at Rouse. At Jack in the Box. Just do it. And if you listen closely and attentively, okay, you'll hear them say gang stalk in the background. And every time you type in each one of these separate descriptions and bring up the YouTube videos, make sure that you look in the description of those YouTube videos for other YouTube video titles that show the same methodology being used on me at either the same places or different places, including the San Diego Police Department headquarters, including in the San Diego City Council chamber meeting room on August 23rd, 2013. Then go to YouTube and type in 2/20/13 learning disabled woman catches another gang stalker admitting sent to harass. And that individual admitted that a San Diego police officer by the name of Steve put him on a corner to engage in gang stalking. That happened on the same exact day 2 San Diego sheriff's officers sexually harassed me inside the Hall of Justice. It was on the same day that a San Diego District Attorney's Office officer claimed that I was mentally ill because I pointed out the fact to him that the MTS assault video that MTS sent me is altered. Even though a professor over at USD, his name is Eric Pearson, he's a professor in communications that specializes in videos and images, saw a video clip of the altered video MTS sent me, and he posted it to the website First Post. That was also told to the San Diego police officers. They did not even mention it in the police report pertaining to the assault. And when I went to San Diego District Attorney's Office to investigate the factual reality that video is altered. Again, go to Google and YouTube and type in learning disabled woman exposes how MTS assault video is altered. Or learning disabled woman explains how MTS assault video is altered. So when you look at these factual realities at the end of the day, them denying my right to make a police report. Them denying my right to make a police report on at least 13 to 21 separate occasions. Them not investigating the factual reality that I'm being gang stalked. Them not investigating the fact that MTS sent me an altered video. Them not investigating... Do you honestly think that they're not watching my videos? Cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. Do you really believe that they're not watching my videos? On the morning of August 23rd, 2013, I made a video prediction at this hiking area. I knew where I was going that day. I knew I was going to be going down to the San Diego City Council meeting chambers. So I made a video prediction at this hiking area. I said, let's see if gang stalk is set along any of my routes today. And I showed a picture of my cell phone which showed the date and the time. I then leave here with a running recording tape recorder on me that reflects it recording throughout the whole time duration it took me to leave from here to go to there. I get there, and it's set around me on multiple times inside the San Diego City Council meeting chambers room while I was sitting in the front row with reporters concerning Mayor Filner being ousted from his office because of sexual harassment while I'm wearing a white t-shirt with black lettering that says I was sexually harassed by San Diego Sheriff's officers. And the gang stalking that was set around me inside the San Diego City Council meeting chambers was caught on video and audio files. And I uploaded the video files to the internet, and before I could take the memory card out of my computer, they hacked into my computer at UCSD and erased them off my computer, off the memory card. That's right. And the same methodology was caught happening around me, an audio file inside the San Diego Police Department headquarters almost 1 full month to the exact date before, on January 24th, on July 24th, 2013. So, fellow American citizens and fellow San Diegoans, I want you to listen to this very closely. If this video stops while I'm in the middle of talking, that's because the batteries ran out. Okay? I want you to listen to this. Do you notice how these two guys are saying gang stalk together? As this event was unfolding on Thanksgiving Day, the tape recorder was recording. I can prove that neither one of them said, okay, now it's the time to say it, or say it right now, okay, or they didn't say, okay, right now. They just both together, out of the blue, said gang stalk. And guess what I visually witnessed before they did it? One of them went like this, and then took his hand back down, and then they both said gang stalk together. It was a physical gesture, a cue for him to say it, because this was a staged event. Why do you think that they're saying, how do you think that they're saying gang stalk together without one cueing the other to do it while he does it? Do you see what I'm saying? When there's no audio, when there's no dialogue that was caught on the tape recorder of one instructing the other to say it at the same time. That shows collusion and conspiracy and criminal intent to harass. And they had to know where I was at along my path to put these two guys along my path to do it, which shows stalking. Think about it. All you gotta do is listen. Now they both said gang stalk together. You can clearly hear that they're both saying gang stalk together because listen to how many voices you hear as it's being said, okay? And then how one says gang stalking, Okay, right after that, that's a little bit hard to hear, and then that same one says gang of stalking, I'm gonna F you up. Just listen.
Right here. What? Shut up. There's something a little wrong. Wait on it. Wrong? Hey, it's a little wrong. Wrong, Dan. There's something a little color. Get the fuck on. There's something a little color. Do it right now. I'm standing right here. I'm standing right here. What? Shut up. There's something a little wrong. Wrong? Hey, it's a little wrong. Wrong, Dan. There's something a little color. Get the fuck on. There's something a little color.
Okay, now, what I want you to also notice is this. This is the same exact technique being used on me on a bus in Yucca Valley. Remember how I talked about how the guy who assaulted me on that MTS bus? Okay, learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus, YouTube. That guy who assaulted me had engaged in gang stalking physical gestures right before the assault. That's why they only sent me a video that was 2 minutes long, and that's why they altered it as well. And they backtracked. They figured, well, what they're going to do at first was try and situate the video to where it wasn't obvious that he was engaging in these hand signals. And when they seen that that wasn't going to work, they just shortened the length of the video. That's my deductions about concerning how they altered the video. Now, this is it happening on a Yucca Valley bus, and Yucca Valley is 169 miles away from San Diego County.
Well, look at that car right there. So cute. To the left, it just turned. No. Those little French cars. No. Cheese.
Your first child?
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully my
Got my quick home. You guys will check the whole thing. The first one.
She never cried.
I'm going to go hang it up in my,
She's already copied.
I'm going to take my American flag out, little kind of flag, take it out, I'm going to hang it in the window, and I'm going to
Here's the question. How do you think you would feel if this crime was happening to you and the police were denying your right to make a police report? Well, let's review what gang stalking is connected to. Go to Google right now and type in the following way that I describe. Gang stalking, space, which means hit the space bar, human trafficking, and then hit enter. Guess what comes up? What comes up is a bunch of information about how gang stalking is directly connected to human trafficking. That's right. In fact, look at the YouTube videos by the from the YouTube channel Protect Your Life Now. They got some excellent videos online pertaining to how organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions are directly identical to human trafficking operations. Now, the tent you see me in right now was created from the gang stalking of me in another state. That's right. Gang stalking is happening in every state in the United States, and when the targeted individual moves from one state to the next state, the syndicate that was in the state the target was in will notify the syndicate in the state the target's going into to take over in the campaign. I was literally gang stalked on a Greyhound bus on my way out here. Literally. I made an email prediction on August 1st, 2011, stating that, let's see when I get to California if I'm brutally assaulted by September 15th, 2011. And guess what happened? I was brutally assaulted on August 17th, 2011. 9 days after I got here, at a bus stop that was 1/2 block away from where I was camping out when I was out here in San Diego for between 1 and 38 days in 2006 when I was being gang stalked out here. I got the email files to prove that I was being gang stalked out here in 2006. I didn't know it was gang stalking back then though, but some of the things I stated in those email files described being harassed inside the Point Loma Library by Point Loma Library staff and computer hacking, amongst a bunch of other things. So is this why the San Diego police will not make a police report? They know these email files exist. Well, I'll just put it to you this way, the perpetrators know it. And speaking about that email prediction pertaining to me predicting that MTS assault, they went into my Gmail account and erased it. But I printed it out, the day I made it, and I also copied and pasted it into a Word program and then downloaded it to a USB drive, which saved the data of it electronically. That's right. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams, and that occurred over at USD. So, what are they protecting and who are they protecting? Is that why? Because the first time they make a police report that's concerning the factual realities, that I am factually a victim of this crime, it'll bring alive the truth that I was exposing in those 2006 emails. That will bring alive the duration of this crime. It'll show that I was gang stalked to here from Michigan, because there was already information in other YouTube accounts of what was happening to me in Michigan. So it will bring alive all the statements of what happened to me in Michigan. It was prove that it would happen to me in Michigan. It will prove that I was gang stalked to California in 2006, and then again on August 8, 2011, up to this date, February 28, 2014. My life has been completely and utterly destroyed from every angle that you can think of. My credit, school loans. Why won't the Department of Education investigate the factual reality of all these universities I've been gang stalked at, including my own school? That's right. That's right. Why? Who are they protecting? Well, is gang stalking being managed by what other targeted individuals are implying that it is? Individuals in the federal, state, and local government? Is it? Well, anybody can go to Google. I mean, if you feel inclined to do so, you can go to Google and type in the FBI and gang stalking. Guess where I was hiking at when I first came to San Diego on August 8, 2011? 150 feet from the San Diego FBI building. I didn't know it was their building. Gang stalked there on a feverish scale. At the FBI, as mentioned in a lot of my emails, their offices were approached by me in Michigan. I can even tell you what their lobby looked like. In other words, they had I'd say at least 50 people, 50 pictures of FBI agents who were shot in the line of duty. And only one out of all of those 50 pictures, there was only one FBI agent where it's still an unsolved crime. So how could I make that up? I could tell you the positions of how the chairs and everything were positioned in their lobbies. And the FBI being notified is mentioned in some comments on ACLU blogs that were posted in my name concerning what was happening to me in Michigan. You wouldn't believe how they hacked into my email accounts and copied and pasted a timeline I was composing and was going to take my name out of it and put Jane Doe in it before posting it. They went in my email accounts and posted it and synthesized the timeline together and posted it in my name in one of my blog accounts in order to discredit me. They did that, I forget when it was done, 2007 or 8, maybe 9. They did it multiple times. So anyways, I'm letting you know right now today, the mayor just got kicked out of office in San Diego for sexual harassment. A police officer was just put in prison for sexual assault while on duty. 2 police officers right now are being criminally charged with sexual assault while on duty. They just got done, the chief just quit because of it, and they just got done electing a new mayor, and they just got done appointing a new chief 2 days ago. So do you really honestly think that the San Diego Police Department is ever going to admit these crimes have happened to me, and you would not believe the crimes that have happened to me as a result of me remaining a victim of this crime? They're going to protect the places that were used. You better believe they will. They will protect UCSD, SDSU, USD, and the businesses and the public libraries they've used. You better believe they will. You better believe they will. And they'll call me crazy concerning it. If I am arrested, petitioned into any area neighborhood hospital psychiatric floor, any county mental health, or if the police or anybody that is connected to any government position comes to any of my hiking areas, or if any property owners come to any of my hiking areas, it will be directly connected to gang stalking, and I don't give 2 shits what buffers they use between me and the police or not. Because when they want to stage an event so they can approach you at a hiking area so they can make a police report about you being homeless, because they try and claim you can't take care of yourself because you're homeless, even though the gang stalking is the one who created the homelessness. Go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and property owners and landlords, and then in a separate search, postal employees, mail theft and mail delayment. My rent was stolen right out of the mail. Rent that was mailed, certified mail return receipt. I tracked and confirmed that rent for months, up to 7-8 months after it was mailed, and they still hadn't received it. And then the landlord expected me to pay that month's rent and then the current month's rent on top of it, trusting them again. My apartment was broken into on several occasions. That's right. That's right. just that last one apartment I'm talking about. They did it to 3 other separate apartments I was in before that. Now, all you got to do is extensively research. You can research how they'll run apartments next to targets, or how they'll gain access to fellow tenants' apartments that are above, below, or next to a target. Google that. They'll gang stalk a target to a motel room. This is the 4th hiking area being gang stalked to, and I can prove it undeniably. Undeniably. Black and white in your face proof. Literally. So, in order to keep my mouth shut, they believe, from continuing to whistleblow, they're going to stage events which are called street theaters along my routes and at my hiking areas. They'll use a buffer between me and them, like a community member. Of course they will. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. When they stage events which are called street theaters, they also stage the witnesses, like they did at the Jack in the Box. All you got to do is listen to this, ladies and gentlemen.
This story on our website, kcba.com. Houston police call it bullying on steroids. We're talking about gang stalking, but it actually has nothing to do with the gangs that you first think of. Southern Coast News reporter Candace Lynn learned more about the trend and how it's getting more dangerous because of the internet. It makes me so afraid.
Lawrence Casino claims his neighbors are gang stalking him because he plays loud music late at night and is outspoken. He said for the last year and a half he's been systematically followed by a group of people. At one point he said they climbed on his roof to harass him. Casino said he's developed a paranoia that's devastated his relationships with friends and, worst of all, family.
That's the worst part of it. If it was me, I would take action.
Santa Cruz Police Lieutenant Larry Richards said police are becoming more aware of gang stalking because of cyberbullying. But what is gang stalking? Basically, the victims could be driving their car or talking on their phones or walking the streets when a group of people try to systematically terrorize them. Richards said gang stalking is nothing new, but new technology is making it more common.
Gang stalking itself, they have elevated themselves to technology. So this is something that's been going on before the age of Facebook, Twitter, those other social websites. They just now have gone into those areas.
Casino said he's proof that the problem isn't just online and that it can hit too close to home, a home he plans on leaving because of gang stalking.
I want to be able to go to the tennis courts and play tennis or play ping pong without people following us everywhere. It's just nerve-wracking.
I'm Candace Wen in Salinas, your Central Coast News.
If found guilty of gang stalking, the person may face criminal, conspiracy, and stalking charges, all of which are felony charges in California.
Conspiracy, stalking. Remember those 2 guys that gang stalked together? Now, some targets have been targets of 60 years, 40 years, 30 years, 20 years, 18 years. All you got to do is research how they create homelessness of targeted individuals. In fact, I read an Examiner.com article that stated that they made this guy homeless. Now they're into human trafficking, sexual servitude rings, prostitution rings, land co-opting, property co-opting, mortgage co-opting, trust fund liquidation, identity theft. I'm being gang stalked inside my bank. Every time I go inside my bank, 3 different banks. Through the same branch, same type of bank. You know, as far as like the bank, you know, the company that the bank is, that the bank is. I'm literally being gang stalked in my bank when I go in there. Now we're gonna see how long they try to look for a normal, apparent, legitimate excuse to close my bank account down. You can go to YouTube and type in Connie Marshall, targeted individual, gang stalking, Louisville, Kentucky. And listen to her talk about how she was subjected to unscrupulous, illegal behavior by people in her bank. Just do it. This is organized crime in the system at the federal, state, and local level. And they're basically implementing these campaigns to make money off of them by co-opting people's finances, liquidating their equity in their homes, co-opting their mortgages, co-opting the target's children and making them syndicated wards of the state, foster care, because these organized crime syndicate groups set up group homes and foster care homes, and then they go hunting. They tear down single women's, single mothers, single fathers' lives down. That's right, they try to turn the mother into a prostitute and then use that as an excuse to take legal custody of the child so they can apply for federal and state funds per child, or they'll try and take legal syndicated control of any disabled person that the parent might have custody of. That's right. By trying to get the mother or the father involved in illegal activity and the mother involved in prostitution. And then they turn around and say, well, the mother can't take care of the child because she's involved in illegal behavior. They literally are involved in prostitution rings, and then suck the mother into getting her involved in prostitution by keeping social services away from the target. How's she going to feed her kid? She comes to realize it over time. How's she going to feed her kid? I've got gang stalking happening around me inside the San Diego Social Services building on numerous occasions, on audio file and video file. Just go to YouTube and Google and type in "learning disabled woman exposes gang stalking at social services." Okay? Racketeering, insurance fraud, human trafficking, land co-opting, property co-opting, mortgage co-opting, trust fund liquidation, identity theft. We're going to see if there's any problems with my bank account balance in reference to my Social Security direct deposit on the 3rd of March 2014. Today's date is February 28, 2014. That means I get paid on Monday. I usually make an email prediction concerning it, but they came here yesterday and sliced up the front of my tent. And it's going to be raining all day today and tomorrow. I can't even leave my tent today feeling completely comfortable to go to a library to make an email prediction about my bank account on Monday, pertaining to payday, okay? Because I'm worried if I come back, the tent will be gone or more sliced up. In fact, let me just show you what they did. Okay, I had to fix it yesterday when I came back and noticed that they cut it. I bread tied it. I tied it back up with bread ties. I came down here and cut it. Okay? So, I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. So you might think to yourself, why didn't I get an apartment or a motel room or a room for rent? Because they'll gang stalk me to there too. I'm gang stalked along all my routes everywhere I go, every single day. I'm gang stalked at this hiking area, the 4th one. And since you can research that they already gang stalk target individuals to their apartment buildings and their complexes, do you honestly think that I'm not going to be gang stalked to the one I get? And then they'll create the homelessness again? And then I just go through all that money of getting the apartment, setting it up, security deposit, first month's rent, utilities, and then the cost of moving? That's right. That's right. It'll be taken away from me just like that, just like the last 3 were. And you know what they'll do? They may even try and use this video and say, now Miss Williams thinks that property owners and landlords are involved in the gang stalking of her. We better make it a reward of the state because she's crazy. Really? Well, ladies and gentlemen, fellow American citizens, fellow La Jollans, fellow Californians, and so on and so forth, do you really think that my phone is crazy? Ask yourself this question. Why are these guys saying gang stalk when they're harassing me and threatening me? Gang of stalking, I'll F you up. Gang of stalking, I'll F you up. Now here's the clincher, and this one's going to probably really blow your mind, and you might even decide to dismiss this video as a result of the following statement. But if you take that extra minute to type in at Google and YouTube the following statement, you'll see I'm telling you the truth. And this is one of the most saddest parts about this. I know you probably think to yourself, what could be sadder or more inhumane than human trafficking? Go to Google right now, and they also have targets raped. Go to Google right now and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and non-consensual human experimentation, which results in torture. Especially YouTube that. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I made this video to inform, to expose the truth. Let's see if anything happens at this hiking area and any of the ones that I plan on moving to. I'm setting up 3 different hiking areas after I move from here, so I can play ping pong with them in a shell game. And then I predict what they're going to do before they do it. Okay? And let's see how it comes about. I'm in San Diego, California. I made this video for the sake of my fellow targeted individuals right now who are out there exposing this crime, and for the ones who don't have the monetary resources to buy a video camera so they can expose what's happening to them, who are being exploited in the worst inhumane ways that your mind can and cannot conceive. I do this for them. I do appreciate you listening, and have a nice day.